Alex Jones is filing for personal bankruptcy. He's filed for other forms of bankruptcy. I guess he's making it official in his personal life now. That happened just earlier today. In the filing, he says that he owns between $1 million and $10 million of assets, with between $1 and $10 billion of liabilities. His free speech systems is also mentioned in the lawsuit that filed for bankruptcy about 6 months ago. All of this now comes after he was ordered to pay almost $1.5 billion in damages for falsely claiming repeatedly that the Sandy Hook mass shooting was a hoax and that the families were in on it and they were hounded across the country. So his what he owes right now is constituted of these elements. A Connecticut jury ordered him to pay very close to $1 billion in a defamation lawsuit in October. In mid-November, a judge ordered him to pay an additional nearly $500 million for making false statements. He also owes like $50 million from a Texas lawsuit, which at the time seemed like a big penalty until the other one started to drop. And so I don't know who actually believes that he only has between $1 and $10 million of assets. We know that he's sold hundreds of millions of dollars of boner pills and stuff like that. But this is clearly an attempt to get out of paying what he owes. Right, what do you think?
I think the reason that he can't list boner pills on his assets column is because like boner pills are priceless. So you can't, they don't fit into a line item. What the service that they give to people who can't use their wieners and flock by the millions to Alex Jones, like you can't put a price on that. So I understand that as a person who does his own taxes sometimes using the Quicken. But I'm just so glad there are so many institutional aids and lifelines for people like Alex Jones when multiple juries of his peers have said, "Oh no, that was bad. You should pay $1 billion."
Yeah,
just glad that he has a life. I hope it works out for him, and I hope that this that he only loses $100 million out of the billions.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. I mean, it's crazy the idea that this is going to be dragged out for literally years. He's still going to be flying around on a personal jet. He's still going to be pulling in millions of dollars in ad revenue every month. It's really weird how the system works.
It's really a microcosm of like an allegory for much of the entire economy, where it's like people who are just don't have the actual assets are doing things that are immoral. A reasonable person would conclude that what they're doing is immoral. No real person understands the economics behind it, but somehow these people who haven't really earned anything are flying around in jets doing the same stuff people convicted them of doing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, it is weird that like he looks better today. He's got a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. He's filing bankruptcy, and he looks like he's got his stuff more together than Kanye West.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.